Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Why should you listen to me? It's like, Misty, you're still fat. You have a muffin middle. I do. I have a muffin middle. I don't like showing it on camera. I don't get too open about my muffin middle and showing it on camera very much, but I got a pooch, pretty big one. And it's more than a muffin top to me. So I still want to lose that. So it's like, why would you listen to me if I'm not at my goal weight? And I do even wonder if maybe you're not tuning into my channel because I don't have a flat stomach. I'm not 22 years old and have a gorgeous flat stomach and showing it in every single thumb. So it's kind of like, I'm not going to listen to you, Misty, unless you're at your goal weight, so I know you know how to get there. I wouldn't blame you if you thought that. And I've even thought that at times. But there's other times where I want to tune in to people who are kind of in the same spot as I am, maybe the same weight approximately, maybe 40-something years old, like I'm 49 years old. And so today's going to be a very casual talk about my experience so far. 4 years now, I've been on keto, then carnivore, and I'm loving life. I also, 4 years ago when I started, gave up alcohol at the same time. And that was like my biggest hurdle of all. You know, some people can just lose weight easily. Some of us have a harder time. Some of us have been drinking for 30 years like I have. And it's harder for some of us to get rid of those addictions. And alcohol was my biggest addiction, but that's not what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to tell you why you should listen to me. So I am Misty Marcus. I am 49 years old. I've been on YouTube for a year and a half approximately. And I have, I think, 93 videos out. I have 321 subscribers. I am a baby or an infant when it comes to social media. I only recently put myself on social media about a year and 3 months ago, only on Instagram. I've never been on Facebook. And I am a musician, as you can see behind me. Check out Black Eyed Soul, add it to your cart if you want to help support the channel. And I'm just a regular chick trying to pursue my artful dreams, which is music, a little bit of painting, a little bit of YouTube, and I have a 9-to-5 job. So I let myself get fat-ish. And this was pretty much later in my years, between 35 and 45 years old. I gained a lot of weight. And the last 4 years, I've finally been able to drop most of it, 55 pounds, 8 sizes. And I implement a carnivore keto diet. 90% meat-based dairy and eggs. And the other 10% I allow a treat now and then. And I also eat some vegetables occasionally, salad here and there, and some dark chocolate, a little bit of liquid stevia, and I intermittent fast as well. So I have a lot of experience, I feel like, in the last 4 years. I'm a pretty decent communicator, and I love to inspire. And I think that's my lot in life, is I was put on this earth to inspire. So whatever I do know, I feel like I want to help other people out. Even if I help one person, that's very exciting to me. And so I love people who inspire me. I listen a lot to podcasts and YouTube videos. A couple of leaders that I look to for inspiration. I have many, but I'm going to name a few here. Gene Simmons. Love Gene Simmons. I'm reading his book right now. Me Inc. it's called. And he's very versatile. He's not just the guy on stage with the tongue and an awesome musician in person, but he has many other endeavors in business that have made him a very rich man, both in money or in life. He is an entrepreneur. I love Gary Vee. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's also a very inspirational entrepreneur to me. And Stephanie Keto Person is way ahead of the crowd when it comes to keto. And I don't think she gets as much credit for knowing this stuff way before a lot of others. So Stephanie, what's up? I promote you. And a lot of others, Ken Berry, Nisha Berry, Carnivore Yogi. I just thought I would name some people in the actual diet industry you guys may have listened to because they've really inspired me. And there's a lot of others. Dr. Berg started me on keto because I listened to all his videos or a bunch of them. And there's so many more others that I look to for inspiration. So if I could save you time while you're on your journey to better health, trying to live the love style, low carb lifestyle, or a protein principle diet, carnivore based, meat based, and nutrient dense diet, keto diet. These are the kind of things we talk a lot about on this channel. And hopefully I'm not too rambly, but the reason I think you should listen to me is because I can save you a lot of time. And I've made all the mistakes. And if I haven't made all of them, I'm still making them on a daily basis. Little things I'm still tweaking. This is a lifestyle of learning about nutrition. This is not our fault. They gave us the food pyramid, which is a bunch of lies we found out, where the very base of the diet is breads, grains, cereals, and all of this crap that we really shouldn't be eating. That does nothing for our microbiome in our stomach. That does nothing for helping us lose weight. That puts us on medication where you have to stay on medication for your lifetime. You have to stay on medication for your lifetime if you have eaten like this and you don't clean it up now. So I got off of my high blood pressure medicine. I'm very, very proud of that. Now I have perfect blood pressure. That is something I never thought would happen to me. I've had high blood pressure even before I was fat. So if you're interested in these kind of things, when you clean up your lifestyle and you eat better and you learn about this stuff, it's very doable. I will tell you that in the last 4 years, besides changing my nutrition, I have gotten to know myself. Now, you might be like, what do you mean you've gotten to know yourself? Haven't you known yourself your whole life? Yes and no. I've really put my focus on trying to learn about myself as a personality, as a person running around in this world. Like, for example, I love astrology. I love learning about my birth chart. When we were born, we all have a birth chart. It's a snapshot of where the planets were when you were born. There are no two of us who have the same birth chart. Even 1 second changes the entire birth chart. Like with twins, a couple minutes, they're born right behind each other. That does not mean they're going to be the same person. And that's a good example there. But we are all so very unique. So when you are learning about yourself, like I have done, especially in the last 4 years, since I cut the alcohol out of my life, I feel like the alcohol was blocking me from knowing myself fully. The toxins in the food I was eating, the toxins in the alcohol, the toxins in the blood pressure medication and other medications I've been on through the years, I think was gunking up my brain, gunking up my system, not letting it function the way it's supposed to function. And how are you going to get to know yourself if yourself is in disorder, in chaos? So getting to know my birth chart, if I'm not too rambly, has really made me accept the parts of myself that previously I thought I was kind of judging myself for being so outgoing, so social, so into people before myself. And I want to do more astrology video, guys. If you want me to talk about astrology, I would love to do a fun video about what I love about your sign. Please let me know if you would like that, because I'm not getting a ton of feedback from y'all. please comment, send me in an emoji, listen to Black Eyed Soul, add it to your cart on Amazon to see what kind of music we make right here in this house, right here in this room, Andrew and I. But back to the astrology for a minute. I'm a Libra ascendant, which basically means Libras are very into relationships of all types, not just romantic relationships, but relationships with people are very important to us. So now I know from getting to know myself that being a Libra ascendant and being very interested in others almost before myself, very often before myself, even still now, is very important to me. I would almost rather stick up for someone else than myself. Now, how far I've taken that over the years might be too far because I've let myself fall behind. Getting to know myself again and accepting that part of myself as a Libra ascendant means that's my personality. So that's always going to be a theme. Something I just gravitate towards, caring about individuals other than myself. But knowing that might even be easier to say, you know what, it's okay, Misty, if you care about others, what's going on in their life, and you want to help others. That's why I do this YouTube channel. I really love it. I love being able to inspire or help somebody else on their journey. Let me know if you have anything you want to add or just talk to me in the comments. But that also includes myself. So having a relationship with others also means having a relationship with my own self has been a little bit of a task for me. So getting to know myself is part of the journey to putting myself first as well when I can, when I feel like I need a little extra care. I need more water in my life. I need another hour sleep per day, which is something I've come to recently in my life. And knowing other parts of my birth chart has really helped me get to know me. I could be big picture, not just chubby, but big picture thinking, very extreme with my beliefs and thoughts. And I've now come to accept it. I have Sagittarius in my chart very heavily. And big picture is very Sagittarian, very Jupiter based, which is the planet that rules Sagittarius. So I have a lot of Jupiter in the right spots of my chart that makes me think big, just like Jupiter, and makes me go very wide and think of beliefs as very important. That's why I love believing in carnivore so much, because I really believe in it, and it really works for my personality. So getting to know your personality, even if you have to go to astrology for this, is very interesting. And if you've never looked into it, I'm not really trying to push it on you, but it's very, very interesting. If you love psychology, if you wonder why you like other foods and not some other foods, if you wonder why you have to go big or go home like I do, either 6 drinks or no drinks is the way I work for some stuff. And so I had to give up drinking because of that. And then some other people can have 3 drinks or 2 drinks and they're just fine. This has to do with your birth chart. So getting to know yourself is, I think, a piece of the puzzle you may not have thought of. And accepting those parts of yourself as a theme for your personality. Some people are very analytical and good with detail. If you're a Virgo, you might really be into details. And man, Virgos get the job done. Andrew's a Virgo ascendant, and man, I don't know what I would do without him. Me being so big picture can get in the way of the small details in my life. And this has helped me with my diet. I ask Andrew sometimes, being a Virgo ascendant, hey, Virgo ascendant, how can I tweak my diet in small ways to be my best self? And he helps me with that. Don't be afraid to use your friends and your family to bounce ideas off of, because, you may be still getting to know yourself as I am getting to know myself. And it's a long lifetime journey to do this. This video today is not very diet-y, but I have so many videos on diet. Take a look at some others, whatever intrigues you. And I even have season 1 and season 2. Check out my playlists. I just started those, just learning still about how YouTube works. And I've tried separating some of these videos into categories to make it a little easier for you. You know, getting to know myself, I also found out that I am a natural born leader. Now that might trigger you. And not a lot of people talk about being a leader because it sounds like you're being conceited. But I've always wondered why I'm so comfortable leading the charge in many situations. I just feel comfortable doing these kind of things sometimes. Not in every aspect. But if it's something I feel very, very strongly about, I am not afraid to lead. And there are parts in your birth charts that talk about being a leader that are already there when you're born. And you can learn to lead in certain situations. But if you feel best when you are leading sometimes, then you may have a lot in your chart that tells you about how you were born a leader. So now I'm starting to know that that's not anything to be embarrassed about. And that's not anything to try to hide any longer or try to push down about myself. You know, that's really personal about me. And hopefully you're getting something from this video about why you would listen to someone like me. And I feel like I have something to add. I'm a very helpful person and I want to help you. You know, another thing that's making me realize what kind of person I am, I'm trying to get some parameters on certain things in my life, the more detailed things, eating, sleeping, relationships, my own spirituality, which is my own unique spirituality. Hopefully it's coming across today. Not so much religion here. You know, how I think and thinking too much about something to where I become obsessed. That's something I struggle with. And I can be quite obsessive in some ways. But finances, how have I handled my finances over the years? So these are some of the things that I'm trying to sit and take them one by one and work on each one of them when I can and the best that I can. Focus has always been something that's been tricky for me. And ever since I started my journey 4 years ago with a carnivore and keto-based style of eating and living my best love style, getting the alcohol out of my life and all the junk food, intermittent fasting every day, not snacking in between meals, eating nutrient-dense foods, staying away from packaged foods that have a lot of harmful ingredients. These things have really, really helped me get to know myself. And if you have not begun your journey onto a low-carb, carnivore, or keto lifestyle, or a cleaner way of eating, I'm going to tell you, you do not know yourself possibly until you start making these changes. And even writing songs, something I always wanted to do more of. Something like that is becoming more and more natural. I've also started to meditate, and I'm doing, guys, 5 to 10 minutes now. At first, a while back, I would only be able to do 1 to 3 minutes of meditation. I'm trying to implement it 3-4 times a week now. When you start meditating, your life will fall into place in areas and you won't be able to explain it. And this is part of the spiritual side. And people talk about meditation all the time, and it used to intimidate me quite a bit because for me, part of my personality, I have a lot of Gemini going on, and there are thoughts, and switching thoughts and changing subjects in my mind at all times. And that makes me sound a little crazy, and maybe I am just a little bit. But if you're like me and you have a lot of analytical thoughts of many things and it's hard to slow it down, meditation is key. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never meditated before, I'm going to tell you how easy this is. Try not doing the breathing techniques. Try not focusing in on a specific thing. Try sitting quietly is all I recommend. Just sit quietly and don't talk. Also, don't judge yourself. If all weird thoughts come in your head, it still happens to me, but I still keep going for a couple of minutes. Try 1 minute if you've never done this. Try 3 minutes if you're a little more advanced. Try 5 minutes if you can. And beyond that, I'm not even going to recommend any longer than that. If it intimidates you, like it did for me, then you might not ever start to meditate on a regular basis. But this is one of the things that I have tried, and I cannot believe all of the things that are working out for me. The universe is here to help you, and allow it to help you. Be receptive in your nature. Allow the love to come in from others. See the best in others instead of the crappy stuff that they do. Just remember they're just a human, just like you. You make mistakes. They make mistakes. And I'm still working on this part, guys, because I can be critical of myself, of the people around me. But we are just humans. We are just here to live out this experience, try to do what's best at all times, and eat things that nourish our bodies so we can live 100 years. Be your best version. Get to live out those fantasies that you may have as dreams in your mind. And if you start meditating, I promise this will change your life. Even if you meditated 1 minute, 3 times a week, I want you to let me know if this helps. I believe in it fully, guys. I didn't believe it before, but now I do. Listen to inspirational things if that helps you stay on track. Exercise moderately. Walking is fine for now until you feel like getting into the weights later. And before I go, guys, I'm going to go on a quick spiritual rant and tell you, you deserve it. You deserve to live your best life. Fasting can be very helpful. If you have never fasted, try intermittent fasting, which is skipping breakfast. We know the principles of a carnivore and keto diet. Of course, those are very, very important. Getting enough sleep in your life, realizing you deserve to be happy, putting yourself first or just as equal as others is important. Realizing that you have a good life, being grateful for what you already do have, including the pink salt, including the butter to keep those fats up, not being afraid of your pink salt, being an example or a leader in your friend or family group is nothing to be ashamed of. People sometimes are not ready to clean up their lifestyle, and you can't really push it on people. But I will tell you, leading by example is very, very important. If you believe in inspiration, inspiring other people to live their best life, making sure you implement some kind of exercise, and always doing something that resonates with your heart when it comes to decision making. Trust your intuition and believe in yourself. I believe in you, so please believe in you too. Get to know your birth chart. Look up astrology.com for your birth chart. They'll ask you the time you were born. That's the only tricky question there. The rest are regular questions. If you want to get to know you like I've gotten to know me, and it's just helping me so much. And let me know if you want me to talk about any of these topics in the comments. Listen to Black Eyed Soul when you get a moment. Add it to your cart. And we'll see you next time on Love Style. Tune in every Monday for a new show. Peace out.